How cool is this wagon? It's a VX 200 series. This one is a little bit unique. Eva and Tony came to us, geez, I think it was the end of last year or mid last year, initially for a big Chop 200 build with all the canopies and all that sort of stuff. Came for test drives and everything, but as it turned out, the wagon was a little bit better suited for them, for their needs. They're basically hitting the road in a couple of months' time. They're doing big 12 months around Australia, towing the van. It's going to be a really cool test for the new car. When it's not away on the trips, it's still used as your everyday soccer mum pickup 200 wagon. And the way that we've sort of worked with Eva on this one, Eva and Tony have had a lot of input into this build, a lot of tailored sort of tweaks and designs that they've come up with, and we've managed to work with them on it. So I'll give you a run through. It's pretty cool. There's basically, the first thing that we did to this 200 was straight to AEV in Townsville. We did the J-Max 4.2 ton GVM with 3.5 ton rear diff upgrade conversion. So it's using all King suspension, Black Hawk upper control arms, and the stronger J-Max rear diff too. So it's a federal approval system. It's the proper way of doing it, in our opinion. It'll never lose value either. The strongest, like the axle, instead of bracing the rear axle, it's an axle replacement. It's a stronger rated axle housing. It's got just some 18-inch allied rocks in the black milled finish, 285, 65, 18 BF Goodrich KO2. One of the first things you'll notice is open the door, and we've got the Clearview power boards and the power fold mirrors too to match it. So you can actually, you lock, if you've got your switch still set to auto, it'll one lock, brings both down, or if on the other side, it just opens the mirrors, you double click it and it'll put the step down as well. Push the lock, both fold away. ARB bar work, Safari Armax snorkel, we got the diff breathers front rear, the transfer as well. This is a Sahara bar, and we've also got the really cool Great White Gen 2s in the flood, GME UHF antenna. I'll pop the bonnet, a Warn Magnum 12S winch in here as well. Second stop from AEV, this went straight to Cookie and the team at Diesel Power Unlimited in Mackay. It's basically one of our kits that they put in for us, our Pro Touring kits, which is an ECU remap. We keep the EGR and the DPF in there for this particular one. Everything's legal. It's all compliant. It's got an ECU remap. We've done the Redback Twin 3-inch exhaust system. The stock lockup kit in it, the dual speed, so low and high or manual override. We've also done the catch can and a pre-filter in here too. So it's set for long distance touring and outback travel. This is exactly what they're going to be doing. There's the diff breather kit over here. We've also done all of our other electrical components, and we've upgraded the crank battery, which we believe is mandatory. Pretty much it for up the front here. In the back here, I'll show you up on the roof at the moment. It's the Rhino Pioneer platform. The full length, we've got the Rad Power Slimline Flexi solar panel up there. It's a 120 watter. That panel is feeding the electrical system in the rear. Actually, while you're here, we've put some twin Thunder LED floodlights on each side. They're switched from inside in the cab. That is so cool. Every time we open the door, those little steps pop down for you. Quickly show you in here. This is just part of our standard layout. We've got the sand grabber floor mats, front and rear, black duck denim seat covers. These are absolutely stunning. A unique little logo there. That's Eva's logo, custom imprinted on it. The center console cover too. We've also hooked up a Safety Dave rear view mirror clip-on system, so that'll tie in and go back to the camera on the back of their van. You can also have another camera, so dual input. You can also have another camera on the back of the car if you want to feed that monitor too. You can switch between the two cameras. It's quite a cool unit. And that sort of leads to the back here. We've got the 12-pin plug. Everything's wired in accordance to their van specifications. We've got a backup Solar Anderson as well, and also the Safety Dave camera inlet. And this is where all the fun is, in the back. It is a drifter system. So we've got different panels and drawers and boxes to go in here. When they're not away, this fridge can come out There's a box that goes on there, and we can take this top cover off and put this solid panel in across, so they can basically use it for just general storage. It's an angle 45, come down the slide like that. Take my hat off to the boys at Drifter. They've done some really good work here. Very impressive. So Eva and Tony have got a coffee machine. So coffee lovers, I don't blame them. It's like a DeLonghi Breville style Nespresso machine, not a pod machine, it's a proper coffee machine. So we've got a big 2000 watt inverter in here. We've done the little remote mount panel for it, so you hold down the button, hear the beep, turns it on. Got a double GPO protected by the RCD inside here. I'll just quickly lift this panel. There's the big inverter. We've got a big circuit breaker behind it. And what you can't see is inside this quarter panel here, we've got the Perth Diesel, their stainless fabricated bracket system. We've mounted the ARB twin compressor in here, extended the hose lines and all that sort of stuff, and put a switch out here for them. They can just plug in their hose and it'll reach the back of the caravan and stuff like that. So in this side, we've got a lithium system. We needed to go lithium in this. It was mandatory. We couldn't have a standard dual battery system under the bonnet to supply about 160 amps of power for their coffee machine. It'd just kill the battery way too quick. They're just not designed to do it. So we've gone with a lithium system. We've put a battery guard in here, a DC to DC system. We've just set it to 30 amps instead of the 40. It's fine. These guys are hitting the road pretty much every day, so 30 amps going in is heaps, but they can change it if they need to. A couple of outlets, just got on the ePro Plus monitor here. Shows you whatever's coming in and out, and a recessed fuse block so they can quickly get to anything that they've tripped or popped. Hopefully they don't, but you never know. So it's really quite a neat, tidy little system in there. It's taken a lot of head scratching, and we've done some sort of custom little bits and pieces here. It's the cargo barrier at the back, that's part of the Drifter system as well. So this Drifter unit has a 35 litre water tank built into it, which you can see just here. There's a poly tank, sits in front of the draw system. It's a gravity fed little outlet that we've actually put a hose fitting on so that we can reverse fill it, just using either, just general household water pressure or whatever. We've rigged up a little pump for them that they can basically pick up water from the creek or a river system and fill it up that way. So this little water trap, it's got a little float in it, and it's to safeguard when they go and fill this up and the water comes up the breather pipe, lets all the air out, and then it'll actually cut off, save any water actually spilling out inside the car. So instead of just having like a little filter on it or anything like that, we've put that in. Like I was saying, we've got a little pump for them. They can plug into the cigarette lighter plug at the back, just sit it out here, connect into that. They can use it for a little shower or whatever. I prefer not to put pumps and any major plumbing inside the back of wagons. Most of the time they always leak, no matter what sort of fittings and connections you put on them. Somehow or somewhere or another you're going to leak. And it's really annoying when you're camping and you have a water leak, because it's just generally you've got dust and dirt and crap everywhere, and you mix that with water and it just turns to mud. So that's our method and our opinion on dealing with water pumps and stuff. Just leave it gravity fed until you really need it, and then just pull out a pump and set it up outside your car. That's pretty much it, guys. We've got a couple of other little things. There's a new product we've got coming for along the back here. We've pre-wired this tailgate to house a new product that's actually coming out from Narva soon. It's a white-orange colour changing light that you can actually control from on the light. We've also got an awning coming for this one too. It's a very nice new awning that hasn't hit the market yet, so keep you up to date once we get those little products, and we'll put up some more photos of it. One last thing, this car is insane. It is so powerful. Cookie and the boys at DPU have just tuned this thing like it's an absolute machine. I think it's putting out almost close to 800 Newton meters at the wheels. We haven't driven too many 200s in the wagon form, and they're so much lighter than a chopped version with a big canopy on the back. So you just sort of think all that power, the same sort of power that we had in ours, but 500-600 kilos lighter. It's awesome. Anyway, Thanks guys. If you've got any more questions, inquiries about a wagon build like this, yeah, hit us up, give us a call, send us a message. We're pretty stoked with it, and thanks Eva and Tony for coming to us to build them their dream wagon to hit the road. It's a dual purpose car and I think we've nailed it, so very cool.